All right. Esper Party Bus. What in the heck does Party Bus refer to here? So, Lumbering Battlement. 4/5 for 5. When this enters the battlefield, exile any number of non-token creatures you control until this leaves the battlefield. This gets +2/+2 for each card exiled with it. Lumbering Battlement, 3 copies of itself, or Lumbering Battlement in combination with some number of itself and Hostage Taker, generate an infinite loop of enter the battlefield effects. So, if you have 3 of these, you generate a loop that you can break at any time, putting things into play and taking them back out of play. So what do we do with this? We can gain an arbitrarily large amount of life with Charming Prince or stack our deck with its scries. We can draw and discard a bunch. We can gain life and draw cards. Or we can gain control of every permanent on our opponent's side of the battlefield. Now, what is this deck doing other than that? We've got 4 Thought Erasure as a means of cheap disruption. We've got 4 Blood from Bones here, which can allow us to have an alternative path to generating fast Agent of Treacheries. Play Tomebound Lich on 3, Blood for Bones into play on 4. Blood for Bones also gives us redundancy in picking back up our combo pieces after they've been discarded, counterspelled, or killed. And then in the sideboard, we have a number of interactive elements here and anti-interactive elements to either disrupt disruptive decks or try and keep us alive against things that are more aggressive in the format. So this was a deck that was a hoot when it was in Standard. I'm not sure how the power level is going to be here in Historic. We played it earlier in the format before Historic Anthology 2, and it felt okay. Interested to see how it goes here today in a post-Historic 2 Anthology world. I actually think there's a chance this deck gets better post-Historic Anthology 2, just because Field of the Dead deck should be an okay matchup for this archetype, because this deck goes bigger than the Field of the Dead decks do a lot of the time. We did play a deck with Party Bus and Thassa in Standard that was okay. Someone asked about no Thassa in this deck. I don't think Thassa is very good in this archetype. Thassa is a 4-mana card that doesn't really impact the board the turn you play her unless you already have other things going on. So I think in a lot of instances, she just ends up being a win more card. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan this. Just like, it technically has the combo in it, but like nothing to do till turn 4. It's just too slow. This hand's super reasonable. I think we're going to bottom Fblthp here. And we'll curve, discard spell into Tomebound. Are the anthology bundles worth getting? Yeah, from the perspective of the wild cards they cost you, in general, the number of things you're getting is worthwhile. I guess we take that for now. Oh, I have to shock to play Charming Prince too. That's unfortunate. Do I lead on this? I think I lead on Charming Prince. I don't think Thalia is very good in this format. I think the types of decks Thalia tends to be good against are not particularly good or powerful in this format. One of the most important things you'll learn about this channel is a really good life lesson. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It matters what your approach is to how you're delivering that right or wrong information. It's like that Big Lebowski quote. You're not wrong, Ted. You're just still an a-hole. It is not new that mods can turn on and off sub-only mode. The new dashboard is going to teach the knights that they have a lot of powers they didn't realize they had. I have a log of them all. Don't abuse them or you'll lose your sword. Please and thank you. All right, so all my removal in, discard spells out, Agent of Treachery's out. This is not a matchup where we're going this far over the top. Probably a Fblthp out. Let's draw Blood for Bones, actually. I think it has to do with the types of decks more than anything too, Rich. I think the key factor being the types of decks that she's good against is really important. Hello, oldest son.
Hello, Daddy.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good? How was your show?
Good.
Oh, you know I'm a candy factory?
Maybe 2 candy.
Maybe 2 candies. It's 11:30. Go upstairs and eat some lunch, and after your lunch you can come get some candy, okay?
Okay, I eat some.
I don't think I have any actual food down here for you. You need to go upstairs and get some real food.
Maybe.
Dad hasn't been keeping real food in his office. I have peanut butter balls. You want to eat peanut butter balls? You want to try one of those?
That one.
I have 2 cast downs here, so probably gonna kill this. Lunch before candy, what a dictator. It's a hard knock life, chat. If you don't like that, go upstairs and get some cheese and some beef jerky for Mom. And then you can have some candy after. Alright. I mean, we don't really do formal meals with our kids either. We mostly just let them eat when they're hungry. I don't know. I don't know if that's good parenting or not, but it's what we do. I'm content so long as they eat something of substance each day. As long as you eat something resembling a vegetable and a fruit and some amount of protein, like. I think I'm gonna attack with this. I gain 1 life, and it lets me loot. Oh, I should have done this before I played my land. Yeah, that was a mistake. Six, 7's a big boy. Set meals and plates set me up for all kinds of eating issues. Yeah, definitely, I feel like, you know, the clean your plate mentality. Yeah. Yeah, Jacob's on the low side of the BMI too. So we've been trying to get more. We discovered he'll eat lots of beef jerky. So he eats a stick or 2 of that most days. Which is good. Protein's busted. I'd say it's not as good as the last one, but I think it's okay. Has all of our colors, has a little bit of interaction. He's not fat, he's obedient. Yep. We made pasta and garlic bread for dinner last night. And Declan literally tried the old I wasn't looking and he threw his noodle on the floor that I told him he needed to eat. I didn't tell him he had to clean his plate, but I was like, okay, you have to eat 2 noodles and then after that you can eat, you know, something else. You're gonna try it. Am I Aether Gusting or am I hostage taking? I think I'm just hostage taking. I'm crossing my fingers here. Noodles on the floor without a dog is a strong play. You're not wrong. What's the reasoning for not liking Noodles? He's 4. Well, I'm not sure what that was about, but we take those here. Sweet, Philly. Awesome. By the way, I don't know why I'm remembering this now because Philly mentioned it. Someone pointed out that April 12th is Easter. I'm aware it's Easter. If you can't play because it's Easter, sorry, we'll likely be doing more of these in the future. It's just all the days are mostly the same to me, and I picked one, and that was the one I picked. I'm gonna take their payoff here. I think I'm bidding that. Yeah, I don't really need another one of those. Yeah, time doesn't really exist currently. Fun fact, the first Star City Games Open I ever top-aided was in Des Moines, Iowa on Easter weekend. There is a very good chance that part of the reason I top-aided it was because it was a smaller tournament than normal. Remember Opens of the Midwest? Yep. What are spells? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. All right, so obviously not bringing in Aether Gust here, but otherwise probably boarding similarly to the last one. I might actually leave a couple agents in here. I'm going to leave a pair of these at the top end. Maybe even 3 of them. I think this is basically a removal spell. I don't know. I think mid-rangey decks are kind of okay in both historic and modern at the moment. They don't seem great in standard, and they don't seem great in pioneer. Man, you know what's sick, chat? I used FFmpeg to join my 2 fractured video files from that standard recording while running Arena and still being live on OBS, and my computer didn't even choke. 12 core processors are busted. All about that multitasking. What's my CPU? I don't remember. It's i7, I think. 8700K. 8700K. I mean, my graphics card's a year old at this point. It has 6 virtual cores, thank you very much. It has 6 virtual. 6 plus 6 is 12. No AMD, no, we use quality hardware around these parts. Yeah, I'm told AMD's made a lot of strides in recent memory, but I don't actually keep up with computer hardware. I upgrade my streaming rig like every 2 years or so. So I'm not due to really look at current offering processors for like another 12 months or more. I like to be on like a 2-year cycle, so that way my backup rig is up to 4 years old and my main rig is up to 2 years old. So that way, less chance of hardware failure preventing me from doing my job. Hemmings Whiskey, thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back, or welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Like a phone upgrade. Yeah, I do phone upgrades about every 2 years too. Christy and I usually rotate phone upgrades. So like 1 year she'll upgrade hers, I'll upgrade mine the next. So we've been doing like alternating OnePlus products. So like I have a 6T, I think she has a 7 right now. And then I'll get the 8, she'll get the 9. Usually about how it works out. Wow. Insulting my pineapple pizza and my processors. It's a bold strategy. Let's see how it pays off for you here. Even cell phones have kind of plateaued at this point, right? Mostly, the biggest reason to upgrade cell phones, honestly, every 2 years is because the battery life starts to get worse on them at that point. They hold less of a charge. Yeah, I've got a 1080. I've got a 1080 graphics card in my system. The 2000 series NVIDIA graphics cards, what was I gonna say? They have extra stream encoding features on them, which I wouldn't mind, but my current rig is like good enough that like I haven't been pushed to like make an out of cycle upgrade. Yeah, the opponent must have had something come up there. It's not like Magic is a hard hit. I mean, it does leak memory. Yeah, but yeah, it's not like I'm streaming first-person shooters or anything like that, right? Although I have streamed Overwatch before and it does that successfully. So, but yeah, if I was someone that was streaming like FPSs or something like that, I'd probably prioritize that. Honestly, I probably would have had a separate streaming rig for that. So. NVENC is something like even my current graphics card does. The 2000 series just have a separate like processing unit for encoding specifically that, separate from everything else. We have a slow start, but so do they. Yeah, I use a single system for playing and streaming. Well, that's super unfortunate. I'm gonna cast this so I can attack this for... So I can attack this for 2 and take it off the table. NVENC encodings has existed for a while, Silence. All right, there's fires. Let's see if they have something else here to get in the way. Gosh, hopefully they play Nicol Bolas. Oh, sure. I was hoping they'd play 4 mana Nick so I could discard this and then Blood for Bones it back. I would love to draw a card. Hopefully just hit some land drops here and get to play Agent out the hard way. That's a great draw. I mean, for one card alpha comboing potentially. We'll see what they fetched here with their Mastermind's acquisition. So they have to take Blood from Bones, basically. Really? They don't like Wrath the board here? That's cute. It's technically a way to use your mana, huh? Do I Blood for Bones, the Lumbering Battlement into play here? I think I just played this. This gives me the best chance of having a 7th land agent next turn. If they sweep me here, I'm a little bit sad if I don't draw a land, but outside of getting swept, I feel like we're in a good spot. I like my Lenovo Yoga a lot. It's a really slick little system. Did you eat lunch?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta check with the other prison keeper.
I ate a cheese stick. I eat a dick. Okay.
You ate a cheese stick? You ate a jerky stick too?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna trust you. And if Mom comes back and says that's not true, I'm never gonna trust you again. Dude, here's another one. Enjoy. He's usually honest. Ugh. I'll be right back. I need to run the restroom really quick. So I'm gonna do this. Sack this. Hey, Ty Glorious, thanks for the 12 months support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Let's put this into play. Put this in my hand. And now, if they want to kill Lumbering Battlement, I get to draw 2 cards, assuming they don't have another Narset. Maybe I'm supposed to sack Elite Guardmage there. So I could put Hostage Taker under here. Because if I put Hostage Taker under here, I could combo next turn, right? We've not done the thing yet with this one, Huckabear. Yeah, Agent takes all of their permanents when you loop Orgy. Shillionaires shouldn't exist. Put this towards Historic Growl. Sounds good. We've not played Phoenix, Chef Seth. No. Man, where is my 7th land at, huh? This has flying at least, so I get to kill Nick here. Unless we draw land and then we get to steal him. Oh, you know what? I should have done this first, right? Because this could draw land. I don't know anything about Brawl. Got there. I'm gonna take their blood fast since I'm at 30. Man, if they don't kill our creatures this turn, we get to go Lumbering Battlement, Charming Prince, Blink Lumbering Battlement. Sounds good, Charles. Yeah, if we could talk our opponent into playing poker, we'd be in a real good spot. Yikes. Are we dead? I think we're dead, chat. Maybe not. So they get to flip Nick here. They can take our Agent of Treachery. But then I can Charming Prince take my agent back. Yeah, so like they don't know about Charming Prince. So this is blink target creature you own. So I get to do All right, now let's do this. So let's do this. Target this. And now will Charming Prince blink Hostage Taker, which will put Agent of Treachery back into play, which lets us gain control of this, which then lets us draw some cards. Oh no, I tapped all my white sources. Oh, I had 4 of them too. Oh, that's a tilter. That's a tilter. All right, I'll just do this for now, I guess. But I definitely could have played this other Charming Prince, huh? That's rough. Should have thought ahead. I was just excited to get my agent back.
I am omnipotent.
Wow. That many cards in hand, and their best play is Mind Stone, draw a card. Yikes. Yikes. Why would Thassa be good, Wargy? What problem does my deck have that's solved by adding that card to it? Why is a 4-mana card that doesn't impact the board a good addition to my deck? Please explain. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut Fblthp here, just because it gets brick walled by Narset, not letting us draw cards. Although I guess it's a cheap card that lets me do this. Maybe I'd rather cut Elite Guardmage. I guess they probably don't have that many counterspells. Yeah, maybe Teferi isn't actually good here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I could have. I could have Hostage Shaker, my Prince of Recap, but that was at my end step, right? Let's do this. I like it. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Aether Gust. Aether Gust takes fires off the table. Maybe Aether Gust is better than Veto. I guess Teferi takes fires off the table too. And they did have 4-mana Nick as well. Yeah, maybe Gust should be in my deck right now. How was the UB control set in Standard? It was rough. We got pretty beat up. I think I just take that one. Oh crap, Narset stops this from drawing. Yeah, I should definitely take Narset there. That's a mistake. I wasn't thinking about that. I think Preordain is too strong for a Stork. I think cantrips like Preordain and Ponder and stuff like that are just kind of crappy cards. They're just not fun. We're sitting there waiting for your opponent to resolve a cantrip like that just kind of sucks. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the appropriate power level card is Omen. Omen of the Sea is an appropriate power level card. Yeah, I messed this up. I should have taken Narset. Yeah, I think I'd rather have these than this. Afternoon D20 Bandit. Up to almost over 1,200 people in here this afternoon. Howdy, howdy. Glad to see folks here for some historic action. If you're a sub and you haven't done so already, you should check out the details for the Historic Open. That's going to be weekend after next, Sunday, April 12th. Is free to enter for Twitch subscribers. We have a nifty selection of prizes up there. All right, in it to win it. One, two, three. Do 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 do. How many bits is $10? 1,000. Bits are 1 penny each. Do I just assume they have a counterspell here? I think I'm just gonna assume they have a counterspell here. Blink Fblthp and draw another card here. How much bus have you missed? We've been playing this one for about 40 minutes so far. Maybe I'm supposed to assume their fire deck just doesn't have counterspells, but could easily have Dispute post-board against us. I don't think I want to play Blood for Bones into that. Yeah, you are super, super welcome to use any extensions like Untapped and stuff that you want. Encouraged even. Will ASMR commentate the whole event? No, I will not. Oh, so this game's over, right? Thoughts on Hostage Taker to play around Dispute? That's a thought. I don't know. I feel like my deck uses so much mana that, like, I'm gonna get something disputed at some point anyways. It might as well be this now. Yeah, someone asked for the price to get me to ASMR commentate the entirety of the first Historic Open, and the price is $3,000 in bits. 300,000 bits. Someone should tell Fuji Blaze that there's an icon next to me when I'm muted. So if there's not an icon, that's on their end. Speaking of small piles of money, by the way, something sweet that happened was, so Christy and I said we were going to match the first $1,000 in donations when we did the COVID relief stream. And we made our donation in her name, and then her work also matched our donation, which was great. How do you like my fancy stone rain, chat? Does my fancy stone rain excite you? It should. Okay, and then guess what, chat? We're really close to the flavor text here, too. We're really close to the flavor text here, too. So we've got 3 of their permanents here. If we get to untap with this again, which we likely will because of Blood for Bones, we're gonna get to draw 3 cards. This card's got a second line of text on it. Ponzabus, yeah, basically. Oh no! Oh no! They exiled our agent, chat! You're a monster! Alright, we could draw Aether Gust. Oh no! Why do you hate Fun, opponent? What did Fun ever do to you? Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so we now have an arbitrarily large amount of life. We now have an arbitrarily large amount of life, and we get to scry 2 as many times as we want. So in paper, this would be easier to do, because we could just say, okay, we're gonna gain a bunch of life. But here we have to click through it a little bit, so bear with me. So this is a loop that I can execute any number of times that I can break whenever I want to. So I can just choose not to take the other bus at some point after we get done stacking these up. So there's a certain pattern through which you could stack your deck with. I don't know if Scry 2, does anybody know the math offhand? Does if you have infinite Scry 2s, can you arbitrarily stack the entirety of your deck? Is that in paper you just say I'm doing this 1,000 times. Scry 2, yes, you could just stack your entire deck, right? Yeah. So in paper, you would just say, I'm going to gain grams number amount of life, and then I'm going to pick my deck up and stack it. So that would be the shortcut if you did this in paper. Pick a big number. Grams number is my personal favorite. You do you, though. So gain that much life, and then you get to pick your deck up and stack it. It's a real shame they killed our agent. Because if they hadn't killed our agent, we would gain control of their entire board here, and then we wouldn't really have to gain as much life. The bus sound effect, in a way, really kind of dictates how I feel about my opponent making us sit here and do this. 1 month for each time WotC has changed their esports structure since it was announced. Alright, I'm gonna stack some Scry 2s now. I don't know how many Scry 2s I'm gonna stack, but I think the answer is a lot of them. I think we just want to stack. So obviously on Magic Arena, we can't just full stack our deck. But, oops, I clicked Game Life by mistake. I want to scry enough that I can get back to another Agent of Treachery here. Because once we get to Agent of Treachery, I can take over their entire board next turn. And we can start the loop again. There's 40 cards in our deck. I think my opponent's considering whether or not it's worth their time to sit here. Ha! It's running their clock down now. That's great. I think it makes them run their timer every action now, right? I think there's something weird with Arena that it starts giving them priority later. Oh, I don't know. Maybe if they shift enter, it doesn't do it. All right, I'm gonna put like 3 more Scries on the stack here, and then we'll let the triggers roll out. All right, so we'll decline. All right, we'll leave those there. We're just gonna let those hang out right there. All right, and we're done. Well, that makes this easier. All right, easy game, easy life. I like how this is the part where our timer starts running out. If I Aether Gust their fires, they just bottom it, and they could draw a good spell. I think I'd prefer not to do that. If Magic had a light side and a dark side, this deck would be the embodiment of the light side. God bless. Wait, what did they get? If I take their fires, I can Blood for Bones here. Take the token. Do I take the token and kill them? Or should I take their fires and... I'm going to take their fires. I'd like the record to reflect that the deck won this match, but they're not conceding, so I'm gonna take their stuff away. Listen, they're allowed to concede at any point, chat, okay? They are allowed to concede at any point. This can all end. They're in control of their own destiny. I was gonna kill them eventually, but like I wanted to take all their stuff first. Come on now. I got to do the thing, chat. What did you want me to do? Concede before I got to do the thing? Is it really winning if your opponent doesn't uninstall the client after your game? Asking the real questions. Oh man, it's a matchup where we have to board Agent out, chat. Oh, I miss a point of damage here, technically. I could have attacked, and then this would have been untapped after. Whatevs. Whatever. Whatever. Great. Alright, so we're hoping to draw a Hostage Shaker this turn. How was Modern? Modern was sweet. My expectation that the average deck we get submitted would likely be better if I increase the price of submitting decks is so far working out to be true. So far that hypothesis is working out. Is there a passable? There is actually, Conchi Paws. In fact, my running to-do list that I have for things I need to do on my day off, the one thing on it right now is add Black Red Croxa to the website. Yeah, if you roll back on my YouTube archives, there's a couple different iterations of Black Red Titan up there. Need to take the time to add it to the site. We played 5-color humans this morning. I like Black Red Titan. It's sweet. Definitely one of my favorite cards from that set. Yeah, Theros set. How do you feel about Questing Beast? I've heard a lot of different opinions. Questing Beast is great. It is. Questing Beast is a card that was very clearly designed to give green creature decks play against Field of the Dead, Planeswalkers, and Fog effects, and it does all of those things very well. I actually think Questing Beast is much better in Historic than it is in Standard right now. I would believe that Questing Beast is a little bit lackluster based on the types of decks that are currently good in Standard. It's a good example of the power level of cards being a little bit contextual to the format that you're playing. Hey, chat, Christy was in a meeting, so she just responded to my message now. But for those that were wondering, it turns out Jake was being honest. He did, in fact, eat real food before he came back down and asked for candy again. I can, in fact, continue to trust my 6-year-old for the time being. I'm gonna trade this for a shock or whatever, plus my thing here. That's fine, this has Death Touch, so I think that's an okay exchange for me. Huh? They're main decking Clothis. That probably means I want to cut these Blood from Bones. Meanwhile, my 6-year-old just lied to me about the thing I had in his hand that I could see. Yeah, that's more Declan's MO. I definitely got one of those. Eight, 9, your move, Yugi boy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Whee! Everybody on the bus. Everybody off the bus. Everybody back on the bus again. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Sounds like some of my time in the army. What are spells? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. I am actually dead to removal spell here. We're dead to... Oh, no! Oh, no. Wait, we're actually not dead to removal spell, right? Yeah, we're fine, because I'm going to gain 3 from this, right? Alright, so I'm going to keep this one. And then I'm going to... So I'm going to gain 3 guaranteed. But I'm going to go ahead and blink. Do I blink Hostage Taker to take... Yeah, so I blink Hostage Taker, and I get to take their Questing Beast at end of turn. Have an Embercleave back. So I'm going to go up to 7, go down to 2. I'll take their Questing Beast and then kill them with it next turn. So So this comes into play. God, this deck is great. I don't know if this deck is good, chat, but it is certainly great. It is almost assuredly great. You love to see it. You love to see it. Sha. All right. I feel like I should concede the third game because we've definitely peaked. There's nowhere to go but down from here, chat. All right, I'm gonna cut a couple of Blood for Bones and put a couple of agents back in because they have Klothys. This is hard to cast, but if they have Klothys going, this is also a blank, so I'm gonna split the difference here, I think. Can someone tell me why this deck's the party bush? Yeah, because all your creatures ride the Lumbering Battlement. What changed from the previous version that we played? I went up Agent of Treacheries and I retooled the sideboard because the format's changed a little bit. I retooled the sideboard a while ago. I ended up going up Agent of Treacheries with Field of the Dead as well. That was a big difference. Remember, decks on my website get updated even when I don't play them. So like when the Historic Anthology drop, for instance, I tend to do a once over there and update things. Right, yep, that is Death Touch still, and Lifelink, so we get to go Noxious Grasp into a Tomebound Lich, potentially. Oh, please miss a land. Please miss a land. Please miss a land. Well, that's just rude. Alright, well, there's only one possible thing we can do this turn. What's my favorite Historic deck? Definitely Yarok Field. Yarok Field is great by its stuff. Florida has just issued a stay-at-home order. Hopefully that's not too little too late. It's gonna be a long couple months, Belly. You're not wrong. I'm about to get ambushed. Just lava coiled. Okay. Alright, if we don't die this turn, we're gonna great spot. Damage, and it's a point of damage to you, is accurate. This is definitely on gain 3 life mode next turn. They have a Tomebound Lich in exile. So I hostage took my own Charming Prince here so that way I could replay it and gain 3 more life next turn. Your move, Yuki boy. Start with this and see where we go. Oh, I could have gone infinite. Wait, can I still go infinite? No. No, I could have. Yeah, I missed the combo. That's fine. It's fine. We've won the game. I was so focused on staying alive and trying to gain life. Yeah, I can't infinite in step because I don't have anything under the battlement at the moment. Yeah, opponent stumbled, kept a greedy hand. We were able to kill their mana dork and leverage a win there. I like to end on high notes with decks. I think I'm happy with that one. At the very least, I know they stumbled there, but we won decent post-board games with our board plan. I think this deck's probably pretty. We didn't get to play against Field of the Dead. You know, for Field of the Dead being legal in this format, the amount that we play against it is surprisingly little. I feel like most days, I feel like we get through our sets without ever seeing that card rear its head. This deck's still a thing in Standard, so Lumbering Battlement is still Standard legal, but Hostage Takers rotated out, so trying to like combo is a lot harder. A Smoke Pipe, I bet that was the person we just played against. Good games, good luck in the rest of your laddering today. We were fortunate you missed lands as long as you did that third game, after we Noxious Grasp your elf. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. This is card for card. What's up on the website? I think it feels pretty reasonable. All right, we are not done for the day, but we are done with that deck. We are going to go ahead and roll on into some Abzan enchantments up next here. I'm going to hit a quick ad roll while we get set up for this one, and when we get back, we're going to try this 3-color aggro deck and see how it goes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere. Esper Buzz.